Hello again, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to build a charcoal filter for your Moonshine application, or if you want for a survival application to help filter your drinking water. It's a real simple process and you only need simple tools to do this. Today I'm going to use a 1-liter plastic bottle, and you'll need the cap for that. You can pick this up at any grocery store filled with bottled water for about 69 cents. You'll need paper, coffee filters. You'll need staplers to staple a few of these together. And probably the most complex ingredient we're going to use today is activated carbon. This is the same thing as activated charcoal. It is just charcoal that's been treated properly and granulized in such a fashion where it has an immense amount of surface area. And that surface area is what traps all the harmful chemicals, or the majority of them, as the liquid filters through it. This you can get at any pet supply store for about $10 for this amount. This is half a kilogram, 22 ounces. Or you can make your own, and then when the weather warms up here, I'll show you how to make your own activated charcoal. So without much further ado, we'll get to it and I'll show you how to build your filter. Okay, step one in making our survival filter or our Moonshine filter is to cut apart our bottle, which is going to be the body for our filter. We're going to flip this upside down, cut off the end, and that is going to be where whatever we're filtering is going to drop through, in through a coffee filter, in through our activated carbon, in through another couple of coffee filters, and then once we drill a small hole in this cap, it'll exit through that cap having been filtered. Get your razor blade, careful. Next step we're going to do is drill a small hole in this cap, and that'll be where our filtered product will exit. Okay, get my drill ready. I've got a small bit. This is a looks like a 1/16 drill bit. Just going to leave it attached to the bottle while I drill this in, right in the center. Run it through a couple times. Okay, so I have one small 1/16 of an inch hole in my cap. Next step we're going to do is to take one of our paper filters and actually just wad that up tightly and stuff that way in the bottom. That is going to go right in the very neck of our bottle, and that'll be the last ditch filter to make sure all the particulates or any sediment gets filtered out before it goes into our final collection device. Alright, we're going to open up our activated charcoal or activated carbon. This can get messy. It's basically black soot. I do like that they have the spout here, so we're going to pour some of that into the filter. And the first thing you're going to notice is this is more of a granulated carbon. It's not a real fine powder. And the key to being a really effective filter is to have a lot of surface area. So if you have a mortar and pestle, or if you really just have a rock or two rocks, you can crush this to make it even a finer powder, and that'll become a more effective filter for you. But I'm just going to use it as is. I'm going to kind of mount it together in a ball about the size of a baseball there, and I'm going to fit that into my filter. And you see there is some spillage. I'm going to get up here and just drop it in. And that's all you do. You now see that I have my paper filter wedged way down beneath it, another coffee filter holding up the rest of the activated carbon on top of that. The last step I'm going to do is to take another paper filter and fit it up on top there, and that all that's going to do is provide a barrier. So when in my case, either water for a survival situation to purify water, or the Moonshine to take out some of the harmful chemicals of the Moonshine, When that splatters in there, it's not going to stir up the carbon. It's going to hit this and kind of just absorb through. If you want, you can use more carbon. The more carbon it goes through, the better it's going to be filtered. Um, it's up to you. I just use what you saw, about a cup of carbon, and then we'll fill another filter through that. And that's all you have to do to make yourself an activated charcoal filter. We'll set this up and I'll show you how it works in action. Okay, we're getting our test set up. Got our stereotypical mason jar right there. What we're going to do is we're going to take our filter, just place it right on top of that, and then very slowly we'll pour our water in the top and watch how it travels through the two filters, through the charcoal, and through the little hole in the bottom, through the third filter, and drips into our collection container. So here we go. I'll zoom in to watch the action. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know I've set up a small still, and it doesn't produce a great amount of product at a time. So to simulate what it will do, I'll just pour slowly. Here we go. And I finally see a small drip at the bottom. That's what you want. Enough time for that carbon to absorb all the chemicals and all the bits and nasties that you don't want. Here's all the water. We'll zoom in for detail. Not a fast process, and you don't want to rush it. You want the charcoal to do its job. Okay, I poured all my water into the top filter, and it's slowly going through the charcoal and through the paper filters and ending up in my mason jar below. Everything looks fine. One of these days I'll have to do a practice with some cloudy water to show you how effective this charcoal is, but not tonight. That's how you build an activated carbon or an activated charcoal filter to help you out with making your moonshine, or just to improve the quality of the water you're trying to drink. Thanks for watching.